A lot of people think that their skin issues, such as eczema or topical steroid withdrawal, causes them to have poor sleep. Now, this is probably true, but I want you to consider something. What if we flip this? What if poor sleep is actually what is causing your skin condition? Let me explain. Hi everyone, my name is Larry. Welcome to Fighting Eczema. Here at Fighting Eczema, we dive deep into the root causes of inflammatory skin conditions. So let me tell you why I consider poor sleep a root cause of skin conditions. Good quality sleep produces a hormone called growth hormone. Growth hormone is a major factor when it comes to the rebuilding and repairing of skin. If you are not sleeping well, your body is not going to be producing the proper amount of growth hormones that it needs to effectively repair the skin. A lot of people with eczema or topical steroid withdrawal are not addressing their sleep issues. They have the mindset that their itchy, irritated skin is what's causing them to have poor sleep, and there's nothing they can do about it. So if you are someone with this mindset, I really encourage you to flip the switch and just think about how fixing your sleep can lead to healing your skin. By the end of this video, you're going to have a lot of information that you can use to help get your sleep back on track. Let's talk about sleep hygiene. So as I go through this list, I want you to think about if you already do these things or if you don't. If you don't do any of these things, write them down and consider adding them to your daily routine. One of the most important tips I'm going to give you in this entire video is to have a strict wake-up time and a strict bedtime. Your body is super cool. In the mornings, your body naturally produces wake-up hormones, which are designed to get you up and ready to start your day. At night, your body produces sleepy time hormones to get you ready for bed. Now, your body is also very stupid. It needs very clear and basic signals to know when to start producing these different hormones. A consistent wake-up time as well as a consistent bedtime are the two best signals that your body can use to know when to produce all these different hormones. For example, if you're waking up at 7 a.m. on weekdays because of work or school, but then on the weekends you sleep in until 11 a.m., your body is not going to know if it should be producing wake-up hormones at 7 a.m., 11 a.m., or sometime in between. The same thing goes for your bedtime. If you're going to bed at different times every single night, your brain is not going to know when you want it to shut down. So to get your body into a sleep rhythm, I recommend that you set an alarm so that you wake up at the same time every single morning. Choose a time that works for you and just make sure that you get up when you hear the alarm every morning. A tip that I can give you to wake up when your alarm goes off is to have something fun to look forward to every single morning. Maybe you have a super good breakfast planned, or maybe you watch an episode of your favorite show in the mornings, right? Or maybe it's a fun exercise session. For me, it's actually feeding all my fish their breakfast. So, maybe you need a fish to get you out of bed in the mornings. If you really have a hard time getting up, get an alarm clock that you can put on the other side of your room. That way you physically have to get up to turn the alarm off. Or another thing you can do is if you live with other people, get someone to smack you in the head or something every morning to get you out of bed. I just want to touch on naps really quickly. So personally, I think that a short 30-minute nap is not going to do you any harm. Sometimes during the day, you're just so tired that you can't do anything else, right? And a short nap can really recharge you. Just be sure to keep your naps short. I think about 30 minutes is a good time, and try to have them as early in the day as possible, ideally before mid-afternoon. The next thing I'm going to recommend for you to do is to get some sunlight during the day. Nowadays, a lot of people don't go outside very much, right? For example, if you're a student, you might be spending a lot of your time in the classroom or at the library. Same idea to those of you who are working at a job that requires you to be inside for most of the time. So how does this affect your sleep? Well, getting sunlight during the day causes your body to produce a hormone called serotonin, which you might know as one of your happy hormones. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that serotonin is actually converted to another hormone called melatonin at night. Melatonin, as you probably already know, is the main sleep hormone. If you're not getting enough sunlight during the day, your body is going to have lower levels of serotonin, meaning that you'll have less serotonin to convert to melatonin at night to help you feel sleepy. So, with that information, I recommend that you get outside for at least 30 minutes every single day. You don't have to be in direct sunlight, and the weather doesn't even necessarily have to be sunny. Just being outside, you're gonna have sunlight bouncing off of walls, off of the trees, off of grass, off of the concrete, and it'll be getting to you. So don't worry about the weather, just get outside for at least 30 minutes every day. Moving on to exercise. So studies are consistently showing that people who exercise earlier in the day will sleep better later at night. If you are a part of one of our Fighting Eczema programs, you know that I recommend at least 30 minutes of exercise every single day. For those of you who have heard of the no moisture treatment protocol, you know that that protocol recommends at least an hour of exercise every single day. Exercise is absolutely essential for regulating the immune system, which is especially important for those of us suffering from inflammatory skin conditions. Improvements in sleep and mood are an added bonus. So what you want to do is find a physical activity that you actually enjoy doing and stick with it every single day. If you're finding this video helpful, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that like button on this video just so that it can spread to others who might be suffering from skin conditions as well as poor sleep. Thank you very much. The next tip is to limit caffeine and alcohol intake. When it comes to caffeine, don't consume anything within 10 hours of your ideal bedtime. So for example, if you want to go to bed at midnight, don't consume caffeine after 2 p.m. Caffeine has an average half-life of about 6 hours. So let's say you drink a coffee with 100 milligrams of caffeine at 4 p.m. Well, at 10 p.m., which is 6 hours later, you're still going to have 50 milligrams of caffeine in your system, and this might keep you awake longer than you would like. When it comes to alcohol, studies do show that, yes, alcohol has a sedative nature to it, so it might help you fall asleep faster, but overall, it's going to affect your quality of sleep. It's going to bring the quality of your sleep down. If your sleep quality is low, this might affect the production of growth hormone. And remember, we want growth hormone to be produced because this is what is going to help the skin repair itself. All right, now let's talk about creating a good sleep environment. You want your room to be as dark as possible when you're trying to sleep because this will produce melatonin. Something you might want to consider is one of these, a sleeping mask. Lower temperatures also promote sleep, so you may want to consider running a fan, air conditioning, or maybe just cracking open a window. Similarly, be careful with your bed sheets and your blankets, right? You don't want to be overheating at night. Block out as much noise as you can. Earplugs can be a cheap solution if you have noisy neighbors or a partner that snores. Another tip is to make your bed an area only for sleep and sexy time. I really discourage you from doing any work or studying on your bed because this will train your brain to be active when you're on the bed, and that's something we do not want. Next on our list is to have some sort of bedtime routine. You want your brain to be able to wind down and just relax before going to bed. When my sleep was bad back in the day, I realized that I like to play video games before bed. Now, to me, playing video games was relaxing, but to my brain, this was just a little bit too stimulating right before bedtime. So did I give up on playing video games forever? No, I just played them during the day. Anyways, what I recommend to you is you find some sort of chill, relaxing activity that you enjoy that you can do before bed, right? For example, reading, journaling, maybe meditation. It's really up to you. Now, let's talk about screens. So a lot of people will tell you to avoid screens, an hour or so before bedtime, right? And I agree with this recommendation. However, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The last thing I probably look at every night before I go to bed is either my laptop screen or my phone screen. Yes, I'm addicted to screens. This brings me to one of our Fighting Eczema principles. What works for one person might not work for another person. So everything I'm telling you in this video might help you. It might not. So remember, you're gonna have to play around with all of this information and really find out what works for you. The next tip is if you're trying to go to sleep, but you're lying in bed and you can't fall asleep after 20 minutes to 30 minutes, get out of bed. Your body just might not be ready for bed yet, and so you want to get out, do something relaxing, right? Maybe listen to some music, do some writing, reading, anything, preferably something without a screen. So by doing everything we talked about so far, you're going to be able to develop a really good sleep hygiene and you're going to be able to improve your sleep. However, I want to talk about a few more other factors that might also help improve your sleep. The The first thing I want to mention is supplements. So supplements, if used properly, can really help to regulate your sleep. Unfortunately, there are too many supplements for me to talk about in this video, so stay tuned for a separate video on supplements that can help both your skin and sleep. Some of my favorite sleep promoting supplements include things like magnesium, passion flower, chamomile, lemon balm, valerian, and of course, melatonin. Before starting any supplements, I really recommend that you work with a healthcare professional who will be able to tailor supplements to you and your skin specifically. If you want to work with me directly, you can check out our programs at fightingeczema.com. Next, I want to mention something called revenge bedtime procrastination. This is the idea that because during the day you don't have a lot of free time, so your body wants to stay awake at night to use that free time that you now have to do whatever it is that you want to do instead of sleeping. So think about your daily life. How much free time do you actually have during the day? If you find that your days are just so busy all the time, you don't have time for yourself, revenge bedtime procrastination may be contributing to your sleep issues. If this is the case, you need to figure out how you can lessen your load during the day so that you have more free time to yourself during the day. Stress and anxiety are a couple of other factors that tie in with this concept. Cortisol is a wake-up hormone that's designed to wake you up in the mornings, get you out of bed so you're ready to start your day. Now, slowly, cortisol goes down throughout the day, and by the time it gets to nighttime and you're ready to go to bed, cortisol levels are supposed to be very low. The problem is stress and anxiety causes the release of cortisol. And so if you're feeling stressed or anxious around your bedtime, cortisol levels will be higher than normal, keeping you awake. If this sounds like you, you're really going to need to dig deep and find out what is causing you this stress and anxiety. Yes, your skin condition is probably contributing to this stress and anxiety, but oftentimes there's something deeper that you just need to uncover. With that being said, I hope you're able to put some of this information into practice. Try it out and let me know how it goes. Believe me, if you can fix your sleep, your skin will thank you. So go and get that beauty sleep. If you want to watch another video, check out one of the videos that has just popped up on the screen. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.